want to share this really quick first, because this one is deep, and then we will get more into the parodies to explain exactly what happened. So just to let everybody know, in Montgomery, Alabama, there was a story that had happened. See, what had happened was there was a gentleman that is a Sabby, don't laugh. You're gonna make me laugh.
I'm sorry.
There was a no, go ahead and laugh. So there was a gentleman that was black that he was a security guard, and so he went to a group of white people who had a pontoon boat that was on the riverfront, and he asked them to move it so that the riverboat can dock. The riverboat, I think, was called the Harriet Tubman, and so for them to dock to get all the people off the boat. When he asked them to move their pontoon boat, they suddenly started beating on the black man. As soon as they started beating on the black man saw what was about to go down, threw his hat in the air, and that was basically the bat signal for a bunch of black people to descend upon, because he was like, there was like 6 on one black man, 6 white dudes on one black man, and then all these black people descended upon and started basically handing out a can of whoop ass on the rest of the white people that were beating on the black man. So that's what happened.
And I just want to tell people, we can't, the reason why we're not showing that video is because the other day I had already scooped it out on YouTube, because a lot of people were going to talk about it. And I already saw multiple channels it was flagged.
Yeah.
That discussion was flagged because of the YouTube violence policy. And there's also blood in the video too. That's another thing they mentioned in the YouTube guidelines, is about blood and violence and stuff. So that's why we're not showing that video, just FYI. But I think all of you guys have probably seen it.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen it yet, you're living under a rock. But let's share this really quick, because a lot of people have been giving their opinions on, what has been going on. So this one says a message for the Montgomery brawl. Let's take a look.
Yo, while we excited about the Montgomery brawl, let me pause for the calls and school all of y'all. You see, we couldn't be there when Trayvon Martin was unalived, because had we been there, perhaps he would have survived. We couldn't be there when George Floyd went down, because had we been there, perhaps he'd still be around. See, we couldn't be there for our dear sweet sister Sandra Bland, who unfortunately fell into the hands of a racist man. We couldn't be there for Emmett Till, who never saw it coming. So when Unc was being attacked, that's why we came a-running. See, we were brawling for Breonna Taylor, and we were throwing down for Mike Brown. We couldn't be there for Ahmaud Arbery. That's why we had to show up full force in Montgomery. Now, I know things got ugly and people got hurt, but this was really for those 4 girls who were bombed at that church. Addie Mae Collins and Denise McNair, Carol Robertson and Cynthia Wesley. That was so unfair. See, it's no mystery. This country has a history of black people being bullied with no consequences or penalties. Have you heard about James Byrd? They drug him until his head was dismembered. Or what about Medgar Evers, shot in his driveway? Remember? Y'all heard of Lemuel Penn? He was an educator in D.C. In 1964, he was killed by Klansmen simply for a DWB. Y'all heard of Lewis Allen? He saw a black man get unalived. So they decided to take his life simply so the brother wouldn't testify. Y'all heard of Virgil Lamar Ware? Probably not. He was only 13 years old riding his bicycle when that young brother was fatally shot. See, what happened in Montgomery was really for the strange fruit found hanging from the poplar trees. Those beaten, bruised, battered black bodies swinging in the southern breeze. So yeah, we swung our chairs and threw our hats in the air. Like a graduation, we commenced to the degree of waging warfare. So hear ye, let the record show that we're not going to take this kind of racial abuse anymore. So if we find ourselves coming under attack, just know we swinging chairs and we bound to fight back. Why were we excited about the Montgomery brawl? Because in the past, we couldn't be there for them. But in the present, we can be there for y'all.
That was bass, Jaybe.
Yeah.
That was bass. Do we have the one of the chair? You need the one with the chair talking?
Oh, I got it for you.
Okay.
I got
Never
it.
mind then.
So they interviewed this guy put up an interview with a chair. And this one sent me. I was dead.
I love
So let's go.
My name is Point of View, and I'm joined today with the chair from what many are calling the Montgomery riverfront brawl. Let's take a look. This you? It is. How are you today, DeMonte? I'm doing all right. I'm just happy to be on the right side of history, man. Care to tell us what happened in Montgomery? Man, I was smoking a blunt, thinking about the pussy I was gonna get later. Had a date with this bad bitch from IKEA. Thick ass 3-seat sofa from the clearance rack. Not 2, 3. 3 seats, nigga. That's a thick bitch. Big ass bitch. So I'm minding my business, thinking about her big burly ass, when this black security guard politely asked these white people to move their punk ass boat so that the riverboat could dock and the patrons could safely get off. What happened next? The white people ain't take too kindly to the request and started jumping the black security guard. Next thing I see is black Aquaman swimming across the river to help the security guard. And that's when you jumped in. That's when I whispered to one of the niggas next to me and told him, pick me up. Why'd you do it? You know, a lot of people look at me and assume I'm white, when in actuality, I'm just white passing, and I just saw an opportunity to use my privilege as a super duper light-skinned nigga from Alabama. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for your service, DeMonte. The pleasure is all mine, man. If you'll excuse me, I gotta go bust open a lamp.
What cracks me up about that one is when the reporter's like, why'd you do it?
Yo, white passing. That was hilarious.
Isn't the chair hat on the do-rag too, JB?
He had on black Air Forces. I was just like, no, this dude didn't. Oh man. And then there was another one. There was so many. Oh my God. I have more. I have more than even. Okay. There's one I'm gonna give you guys the link to. I cannot play it for you because the theme of Good Times is playing in the background.
Oh, that one is good.
That one's hilarious. But yo, you guys gonna have to watch that after you guys finish with us. But that one with the Good Times theme song, good God.
That was hilarious. And the chair at the end in the picture.
Yep. And then, okay, so we got that one. Let me share this one. Oh, yeah, this is a good one too. So you guys know the Black National Anthem, right? At least the Black people should know the Black National Anthem.
Lift every voice and sing.
Yep. Till earth and heaven ring. All right, so let's go. You guys, can you see this?
I didn't see this one.
Let's take a look, Sabs. You're gonna die laughing. All right, let's go.
Lift every chair and swing till their ears start to ring. Throw up your hat and we will come whip their ass. Yes, sir. We'll jump off the river boat and see if that bitch can float. Lift every chair, Scuba Gooden Jr.'s on your way. Lift every
Yo,
they're wrong for this.
Yo, and then so there was an update. So from what happened after the brawl. So I'm gonna let this white lady explain it because this is crazy. This is how you know There were some racist mofos.
Oh yeah, I heard that there was racial epithets that were used too.
All right, let's go.
You know, that racist family in Montgomery where they got their ass whooped. They went to this hospital, right? And this nurse, who happens to be black, and apparently there was a lot of black medical staff, this family, seeing it, they, I guess, were scared for their life still, and basically said, oh, there's nothing but N-words at this hospital. And they called the police. They called the police on the medical staff at the hospital trying to treat them. Police show up and they say, look, either you get treated or you can just leave or whatever. And they left. So any of you fuckers out there who feel bad for this poor family, they'd rather leave the hospital than get treated by black people. They're racist.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
Ouch.
And the crazy part is, I was trying to find a picture, but there's a photo of one of the dudes. He was wearing Crocs. His ass got beat so bad that his Crocs got busted from the front, and he was wearing them like leg warmers. He got his ass handed to him like nobody's business.
RBN does not condone violence.
The views of our Revolutionary Blackout Network do not reflect the views of some black people in the community.
We have to say that. No, it's crazy because Jaybe, it just goes to show you, you know, like the teenager, I believe he was a teenager who
16.
swam across the water. He's like, I'm on my way.
Yeah. And the thing is that a lot of people were talking about, like, oh my God, what if this was on the other, what if this was, flipped and reversed? And I put out a TikTok, I was like, it has been flipped and reversed. The thing is that if you think about Rosewood, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Ocoee, Florida, all these racial massacres that have happened, you know why black people were so joyful over this? It's the fact that we actually came together to resist, white supremacy, to be honest with you.
Oh.
And so, because who started the fight? It wasn't the black security guard. It was a group of white guys that started wailing on him for him doing his job. Ultimately, when somebody is a worker and you start doing things against them and they have done nothing wrong to you, that is shame on you for attacking a worker like that, for just doing their job.
And all they had to do was move their boat.
All they had to do was comply.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't. And so guess what? The bat signal went out. And
but this is where people get me when they say, this is what people get me when they say, oh no, don't talk about race. Leave race out of the conversation. No, this was racial. 100% racial.
Completely. Point blank period.
Like, some things are just racial. Some people are just racist.
Yep. And then a lot of people were like, oh, well, there was a white woman. She got beaten. The thing is that she was wailing on black people. She was doing one of the aggressors wailing on black people. So the thing is, she got hit with a chair too.
Mm-hmm.
She told her to sit down. So, yeah.